We will send a light through a message that will illuminate everyone that we come into contact with. We will be deliberate in planting seeds for growth in our generations and for those to come. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Welcome back to the Be Light Podcast. It's your boy K.Sloan. Here with my dog.
J.Jones. Light, come on. Yeah, that light, like the light.
Yeah, mentally, you gotta be able to say, I can get myself out of any hole.
Hey, Roller. So, welcome back to the Be Light Podcast. It's your boy K.Sloan here with my dog,
J.Jones.
J Jizzle. And we got a special guest today, a brother doing a lot of great things in the community right now. He's out there in near Midwestern, MSU.
No.
Wichita Falls. That's right. Wichita Falls. I'll let him go ahead and let y'all know who he is and what he got going on. Good brother right here.
Okay, man. My name is Solomon Orr. From Mesquite, Texas. Roots from Wilma, Arkansas.
Yes,
shout out to Wilma, Arkansas. That is not Wilma Hutchins. So graduate of Tarleton. With my boy JJ. Apparently I didn't know that. Gary, we Cisco brothers.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's a great reunion, man. But I'm a FCA campus director, campus coordinator, whatever. Both of them the same, and just trying to spread that love of Jesus, and create avenues and just different perspectives for kids. Mindsets, putting them in different. Just positive thinking, letting them know that they better than what they've come from, they better than they past, what I'm saying? Just meeting them exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Not trying to, make them try to be something that they not, but, just really truly meet them where they are, like where you are like if you smoke, you whatever you do, bro, I just meet you right where you are. I don't want to, condemn you to hell because of what you do. You got to grow out. Those are the things. Those things take time.
Right.
And that's really been some of the biggest things that I've been doing. I know our FCA mission statement is, to share the gospel with every coach and every athlete. But I think that when I came on campus, I really had the mindset to really truly want to serve my kids, and not saying I'm not loving on my coaches, but I know during this time, was very special because of COVID, man. You didn't know you could be playing 1 week, gone 2 weeks.
Right.
And so it played on the mind of a lot of the athletes, so being able to love on them through injury, love on them, through pain in their lives, all those things. Man, just being here, was special, so, bro, that's what I try to do every day, man. And, sometimes it's some of the best feelings in the world. Sometimes it wear you out, to be honest with you. Because, hey, some kids will hit you up, 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Big bro, you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to be up.
Yeah. So, but I mean, man, at the end of the day, man, I don't want to turn nobody away from Jesus, because of per se my old ways or anything like that. I want to make sure I'm being the example that I need to be, day to day, So I pray for that every day, man. Let me help, not hinder anybody's walk or anything regarding Jesus. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. You know what? It's a blessing that you're able to do that. I know you being in that. How does it actually go as far as like the process of becoming an FCA director or coordinator, like somebody that wanted to do that? Like, what is that an application process, or how does that work?
Well, yeah, it's an actual application, process, back. I mean, just like kind of a regular job, but it goes through these little tests. You got to go through training camp and saying things like that because they want to know if you for real, we're gonna put you, we're gonna put it under you to see,
Right.
If this isn't for you, that's fine. But what the thing really does, and man, when I tell you, I've grown closer to God in this last year than than these last 2 years, probably in a long time. Because what I'm saying, like, I know I knew Jesus, but what I'm saying, like, to really like have a relationship with him, what I'm saying, like seeking him out, wanting to get to know him,
Right.
Like on a day-to-day basis, those kind of things, man, like those things are like those are the things that really helped me grow.
Right.
And FCA has made me very uncomfortable. And when I say uncomfortable, I don't mean in a bad way, because we're all athletes here. So we know the more uncomfortable we are, the better we're going to get. So I looked at it as though, God, you are making me very uncomfortable with what I'm about to do, what I'm about to step into, all these things. And so what those things allow me to do is just trust God, just say, hey, God, I trust you.
Right.
And it's almost some of the craziest stuff in the world, because a lot of people say they trust God, but, trust God with, the income, trust God with, those kind of things. Because with FCA, it's you have to raise your salary first. So
explain that. Yeah, explain that.
You're a missionary.
Mm-hmm.
You're like in-town missionary. And so, like, say I'm new to FCA and I come to you and JJ, I'd ask for y'all support, and what would really truly help me if you did an AMP. And what an AMP is an annual monthly payment, where say you give like $10 a month, or 10, it ranges from whatever you can give, monthly, and that's going to support me living, because of course that's in the Bible. Paul talked about it. These things are real, and and that was the first thing that shied me away from the job, because I was like, I got to do what? I got to ask folks for money.
Right.
And us, man, like we'll be like, man, I don't know nobody that got no money.
Right.
And God was like, I didn't bring you this far to watch you starve. I didn't bring you this far to see you fail on your face. Like, I got you, but you're going to have to do some work though.
Right.
Okay, God. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the conversations that I have. I say, okay, God, I'll do that. So of course I would like nonchalantly, like, I'm a hard-headed child of God. I'm just going to put it out there. So I would literally go to people, and this was kind of me like being sassy, well, not sassy, but like, what I'm saying, like halfway petty. All right, God, I'm finna go ask some people for some money. We'll see how this goes. And these folks be like, sure, I'll support you. Huh? What? Oh,
right.
Oh, you for real? And I know God, like, see, told you.
Yep.
You might be on to something.
Yep.
But you continue to keep asking people and stuff like that. And so what was so crazy about my start was training camp. I literally started in FCA as soon as COVID-19 hit. So I couldn't go so our headquarters is in Kansas City. So I didn't have like no real training, what I'm saying, on a lot of FCA,
Yeah, the way it works, the way yeah.
I was straight going off of hustle.
Right.
Like straight hustler, hustler's mentality, whatever like that. And so when we did, what was it? We did boot camp. It's called boot camp, but we did it virtual. And, I'm basically halfway done raising my salary, but it's a lot of people on here who ain't raised $1.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't never had no meat, no nothing like that. And so I'm I'm sitting there listening to him talk, and I was just like, all right, that's good. You want to be able to fix that? And I was just like, yo, why am I telling these folks this? I ain't received no training. And it's so crazy. But, like people was like, man, I really needed to hear that, man. It's like, so what is your pitch? I was like, everything is different for me, depending on who the person is. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's my cousin, you're like, hey, cuz, like, I'm doing something, I'm doing this, whatever like that. Cuz I may need your help with this, and your homeboy you'll go to, hey, sign up.
Sign up for this, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, fam. I ain't never asked you. Come on, man, help me out. But sometimes you gotta, get suited and booted. And, you gotta walk in there like, how you doing today, sir? My name's Solomon Orr.
J.Jones know about all that. He know about all that. J.Jones raised money like a madman. He know about all that.
Game, man, and really, like, you have to get to a point where you, like, one, you have to act like these people don't know anything about FCA, and you have to have them like believe in what you're doing in the community is gonna help, and they gotta say, okay, all right, well, let me see what I can do. All right, and I know one of my weakest points when I first started was they were like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. All right, cool. And I'd walk out the room all excited and stuff like that. But I look at my phone the next couple of days and
no follow up. Yeah.
No. So the follow up was always the scariest because, what I'm saying, like, we never had no money growing up. So asking people about money was always uncomfortable.
Man.
So, man, when I first started, bro, I was struggling so bad with the follow-up calls, like bugging people to sign up. I hated it because I felt like they was going to be like, yo, you sweating me too much.
Right, you begging, get up off me, like, yeah.
Right. So, bro, I was real hesitant off that, but now, man, I just, hit them up, be like, hey, you remember you told me you was going to sign? You right. I forgot. Let me sign up. I said,
right.
Okay. So,
and I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, Solomon. I'm going to cut you off, but like when you're talking about that, it reminds me of like what they tell you, like with sales in general, like marketing. Like it's like you have to understand that, believe in the value that you're providing. Like you providing a value. You guys are FCA Fellowship of Christian Athletes, right?
Right.
So you guys are providing that community, and you believe in that now. You understand it. So it's like to follow up is nothing. It's like, well, this is for the kids. Like we're serving the athletes. Like you said, you're gonna serve the athletes. So I'm just checking back in with you to make sure you're part of the movement. And it's just like it makes sense. It ain't something I gotta even see is because like you're following up to help us out. Like you building the culture, you building our atmosphere. So yeah, bro. That's what I'm thinking about. But I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're okay. And so when you do that stuff now, it's like you were saying, man, it's so much with ease because, hey, man, I know that you're gonna like, and I some people I tell them like, hey, what you give to me, I may spend just a little bit on me, but most of this going back to them some way, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them hit me up, hey, big bro, man, hey, can I get a ride to work? Boom, I got you.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, big bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I might need groceries, like might need something to eat, or you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like it's some of those things, man, that like really go unnoticed. And it's a lot of those things that don't fall under my job description. And you know what? I could care less, bro. Because like that's gonna be one of those are gonna be some of the things that they remember the most.
Yep.
I tell some of them now, like, my line don't turn off. If you need me, call me. I say, but don't text me because if I'm asleep, I ain't gonna hear no text.
Yeah, I missed that.
You better call me. If you need me, call me. Don't be trying to don't. And I told a couple of teams this. I said, you know what? I would take offense as close as we've grown for you to call me your brother and you going through something and you can't call me. I take offense to that.
Right.
Let me help you through this in any way that I can. If it's just a quick prayer, if it's just checking on you or something like that. But hey, you got to open your mouth and let me know.
Closed mouth don't get fed. Closed mouth don't get fed.
You better tell.
So you absolutely just serving the community with your job. That's like you helping basically teach these kids. You're a mentor. You helping get them to work. You just serving the community, basically.
Bro, I wanna in anything that I do, I want to try to rewrite what I do. You know, I want it. You know, hopefully I can find an old lady like this one day where I can say, "Baby, if you leave me, it's gonna be hard to replace me."
There you go. There you go.
That's the kind of effort that I want to put into this. You know, because if I do leave it, or if I do, you know, go to higher heights or whatever, wherever God take me, I still want them to be like, man, I remember big bro, man, he used to do this. Man, this new cat, I don't know about him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be able to do that. You know, that's not arrogant, but I know how much work I put into my kids, you know, serving my coaches. I know how much I put into them. So, you know, I want to make sure that that's felt, you know, for years to come, you know. So
Facts, bro, that's powerful.
Powerful.
J.Jones, though. So he talking about all this stuff he doing with the kids, you know what I'm saying, with the FCA. And, you know, you be making these plays as well. J.Jones definitely, I see why y'all cool like that. So, like, with, I guess, that service mindset, do you feel like that's something that can be learned? Like, do you feel like that's something that you have always? Like, you feel like you're born with that? Because I know you like that a lot. And then, Solomon, you can add to that as well. And I got some thoughts on that, but what you think?
No, well, yeah, you know how like people do the little love language test and they figure out they love language and everything?
Right.
I think it's kind of something that you're born with, something that you have a passion for. That's kind of like, with me, I should say, when I go out and give on Christmas or I go out and give out backpacks before school, it's kind of like I'm passionate about it. You know, you can go out and do it. Most people do it just to put it on social media these days. But when I go out, I do it just to, you know, because I love doing it. So I think it was just something I was born with. Every time I had something that other people wanted, I usually just give it away. If I don't need it, it's like, oh man, you got it. You know, that's yours. Yeah. And I just been like I was little. So I think it's something you kind of born with. It's like a love language. So that's my thing. Like,
I'm gonna hop on what JJ said, man. I really think, you know, it was we were born with, but I think it, you know, those things kind of was cultivated as well too. Because I think, you know, growing up in the church, the way we grew up, you know, like we always had a servant's heart, and we didn't understand what a servant's heart was. We just worked.
Right.
You know, we just worked in the church and did what was needed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? All these things. So it's like when you got to being of an age where you was for yourself, you just started to naturally do these things. You be like, oh, I didn't, you know, people are like, oh my God, you're so nice. I was like, right. I'm just doing it because it's normal. It's just normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing this for no clout. I'm not doing this for no likes. I'm not doing this for, you know, any of that stuff. I'm doing this because, one, I want to further the community. I want to be an impact in it. You know what I'm saying? And one, I want to leave this place better than I left, you know, than I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I want this place to feel, you know, better about the impact that, you know, we've done something. You know, I told my kids this summer, I said, man, this summer is going to be huge. I said, we're going to have a lot of fun, but I want to do a lot of service stuff too. But the thing about it is, I'm big on that. I'm big on those, not seeing none of those cameras, man. Like, I don't want, you know, KFDX and, you know, all them and all that stuff. That's one of our news stations down here. Yeah. I don't want to get wind of that stuff, man. I just want to go serve, bro. Like, I don't want it on, like, I'm not going to say I don't want it on TV. If it's on TV, so what? But I'm not doing it for TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like so many people are doing it. Like JJ said, man, like they're doing this stuff for like
that's true.
To post it up. And like,
that's
bro,
true.
like,
well, you know why? Also, I would add to that, Solomon. I'm going to cut you off, but I feel like that's like where they reciprocate people for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you show that, then it's like, oh, okay, let's push money into this movement right here or into this group because we know what they're doing. So then it kind of puts pressure on certain organizations to have to, you know, bring the cameras around all the time. Right. Let's get the audio going. Let's put the pictures up. Let's get on Instagram. Let's put the tweets out. Let's hashtag. And I think it takes away from the true giving, the servitude, the service heart that you're trying to exhibit. Like you really want to show that we do want the best for these kids. We want the best for this community. Like that's why we out here picking up this trash. That's why we
Mhm.
putting on these events. That we trying to be able to actually add, to this community. We trying to be an impact, and
Right.
it waters down the atmosphere. It waters down the community and the groups that are doing it. It's like, are y'all for real? Are y'all for real? What
Right.
y'all just out for money? Like it's like, it makes it kind of leery, and it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because there's a lot of groups that are just doing it for the clout. Like,
Mhm.
and it's like even like when you think about the bigger nonprofits that like what is it what's the Feeding America? Is that what it's called? Feeding America, the homeless children, like where they go
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I forgot the name, but yeah,
You know,
I know what you're talking about.
what I'm talking about. Those organizations, they stay funded because they're still homeless children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there has
Right.
to be there has to
Yeah.
be people hungry. Feed the hungry. I think it's what it is. Like
Yeah.
they have to be hungry. They have to be homeless to continue to get that money. And it's like they almost don't want to solve the issues. Like they almost don't want to make sure that everything's good because once everything's good, then there's no
Yeah.
more need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
we
the
we got to
unfortunate
do
part
it
of it.
somehow. Like, man, I'm. Let's get them off the streets.
Let's get them out the streets. Let's get them out the
Right.
streets. Let's get them where they need to be at. And
Yo,
yeah, because like something I think about with that is you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. That's a quote that I saw the other day. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. So these people in these groups that's coming together and they want this and they want that and they want this, it's like what are y'all's mission statements? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all really about? Why are y'all here? Why are you asking for this money from me? What are y'all
Mhm.
really trying to do? Are you really raising your salary like you said with the FCA? So are you just doing this just to be doing this for whatever, like you're gonna get in life what you are. So it's like when you become that, then you'll have it. And it's not something you're gonna have to ask for. And like, you're talking about God gonna set you up. Like you don't have he could do whatever he wanna do at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? You don't dictate any of that. And I also heard it explain like we all gods, you know what I'm saying? We like greatness on display. You know what I'm saying? We greatness on little G. So we
right.
greatness on display. You know what I'm saying? Like so we just display that greatness and then everything else take care of itself. That landscape is watered down. It is. Like it is.
Mhm.
But to concern ourselves with that would be a loss of focus. So I appreciate what you're doing, bro. And like
Hey,
anytime I see brothers out here doing like anything that's good and making those positive waves, man, I'm with it. I'm all the way on and I want to be close to it so I can catch them frequencies and we can vibe together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what life's about. That's what life's about.
Because hey, is we don't have. It's not a great number of us out here doing stuff.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And so when we see another brother out here doing something, it's like,
Yeah. There you go. Hey. It was
you
good.
know, like it's straight gravitation. And what's so crazy about that, like you said, that we actually have a group of brothers in FCA that's called Wakanda FCA.
Oh.
And hey, that's self-explanatory, but
right.
Right.
it's just us. And you know what I'm saying? Like allowing that freedom to like express yourself in any possible way. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's some of my big bros is from, I got two big brothers that I talk to, man, like almost every other day. My big brother Chauncey and Coleman from TCU. Then I got my brother in Western Kentucky. He the director over there. Then I got my other brother in Miami. Got my other brother in Tennessee, Arkansas, Auburn, UAB, Florida State. I mean, man, but dog, I'm telling you, man, like to have these brothers, like by your side. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, like these cats will pick up the phone, stop what they doing, you know what I'm saying, type stuff, to really like talk to you if you need it, you know what I'm saying, and like it's been game changing for me, man. It's allowed me to keep going in FCA. knowing that, you know, like I got brothers, like, and, you know, I got brothers that really, truly, you know, want to see me thrive. And, you know, this is our group, you
We
know, and
need people. We need other people. We need other people to keep going.
right.
And that's what you hitting on, bro. We need other people to keep going. That accountability, that
Exactly.
understanding, that connection. Like, bro.
But speaking of accountability, I do have a question. Because
Go
we were
ahead.
talking
Back,
about,
hold up.
Hit that
you say hit that, ask the question.
hit that question.
Okay, so you know, like we said, we all doing something right now, trying to help the community and everything. So I wanted to ask y'all about like being the standard for the younger black generation. Like, what's some things y'all do? You know, how do y'all move to make sure that y'all the standard, that they can look up to y'all? What's some examples y'all do with that?
Oh, I like that. And that's actually something I need to work on, fine tune a little bit better.
Hey, you know, y'all got to work on it.
But I think where I started with is just knowing that it's something different about me. I look like you, I can dress like you, but it's something different about me, you know. And one of the things, I dress for comfort, but you know, one of the reasons that I dress the way I dress is because I don't want my kids to feel like I'm looking down on them. You know, if I show up suited and booted, some slacks and, you know, some Giorgio Brutinis and a khaki shirt every day, they're gonna think I'm a uppity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I come in there, you know, with some forces on, you know, and, you know, tatted up, you know, and not saying I got the tats for them. I've been in had these since we was, you know what I'm saying? But
That's you.
it gives them a calmness, you know, like, oh, okay. You know, but like you said, man, setting the standard, man, like, I just make sure that, you know, I practice what I preach. You know, I think that's one of my biggest things. Am I am I perfect at it? No. I think, you know, in all the Bible, I think in all the Bible studies that, you know, I teach, I always give a real life example about something that I've done, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because these lessons, you know, that I'm giving, you know, beat me up first before the kids even hear them. You know, so, and I give them those real life examples to know that, y'all, I've been through this as well too. I deal with this, you know, now.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, man, one of my biggest things is, man, I just try to practice what I preach. You know, I tell them that I love Jesus, but I want them to show them that as well too. I invite them to my church. You know, I have them with me either when I go out of town sometimes, because I want you to see that this lifestyle that I live is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not like to get money or to showcase or to front on anybody. Like, the lifestyle that I live is for real. That's you know, I do love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a brother, you know, that just like to lay back and chill sometimes too. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself. Be yourself. You Solomon at the end of the day. You're not
at the end of the day. I'm not Mr. I'm not brother. I'm not nut. I am just Solomon, just like I came out my mama's womb. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, man. That's just what I am. You know, at the end of the day, I can take off all the cakes, I can take off all that stuff, and I can just sit here and be, you know, me, you know, for a little bit, you know. So, you know, once the door open again, you know, you got to put on the, you know, the dun, 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 dun.
Right.
I mean, because that's sometimes what you feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you know, you got to save the day and, you know, all this stuff, you know, a lot of the times, because, you know, most of these kids are coming to you when they need help with something.
Yeah.
So
carry your teacher. So how do you
believe me, I was in that realm. I knew exactly when he comes.
What's your standard? How do you set the standard for the younger generation, Mr. Sloan?
Bro, so, you know, like Solomon said, I love that he talked about being himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important, especially for our younger generation, because being radically transparent does something different to the kids than that show. You know what I'm saying? Like you put a show on for them, like he said, you dress up a suited boot. You know, they may not be able to identify with it. But I want to add something to what Solomon said, because I love what he said, but I will add to this. If I want to suit up and boot, I want y'all to see it so that you know when you want to suit up and boot, you can do the same thing. Because when you feeling yourself, you feeling yourself.
Yeah,
And
true.
you
Big
may
time.
be putting your sweats on because you know what I'm saying, today you ain't really on that. You know, you low key with it, but I'm still the same man. And I think there's this Solomon, I love you said it, dude, like the Superman complex, right? In our community, we got a lot of that right now. When you are a black man that does a lot and you have a lot at this point, you have degrees, you have education, you can orate, you know what I'm saying, you can code switch, you can talk to the homies, and you can talk to a professor. Is sometimes we get this thing where it's like we're expected to be at a certain point all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like they it's like we have to save everybody all the time. When in reality, I feel like this. We gotta ditch this whole thing where we can't be us. Like you can always be you with every single situation. That's the example I'm trying to set. Because I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're talking to me, you can't play me like I don't know what I'm talking about. You can't play me like I'm stupid.
Right.
I'm smart and I'm a man of moral character. I have high standards and I listen to trap music. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't shoot and I don't kill. I don't steal. I don't do none of that.
Right.
But I enjoy my culture. Like I enjoy what I grew up with, and I feel like I
Right.
want kids to understand. You can enjoy the culture. You can enjoy being um being a real person, bro. Being
Right.
us. Like we are us. Like we are us and be happy with us. I want kids to see me with us and be, you know what I'm saying, vibe and chilling. You know, I'm not gonna be scared of seeing another brother. Anytime I see another brother, I'm gonna say, what's up? I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you love because I understand that, hey, look, bro, like look where we at right now. I appreciate your existence, bro. What's good,
Mhm.
King? Like, you know, like why not? Why not?
Right.
Why not be like that every single chance we get so that we can be able to uplift each other? Because a lot of times, J. Jones and myself talked about this last podcast, Solomon, is that crab in the bucket mentality tends to oversaturate us, like our community. It's like we always trying to pull each other down. We looking for chinks in the armor. And then when somebody does go there, it's like, whoo, glad it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, surrounding that brother and being able to support him, it's like, man, I'm glad it wasn't me, and just keep moving. And in
Yeah.
reality, strength is always going to be when you come together. That love, that compassion, that appreciation, that gratitude for who you are. That's what's going to help us out the most. Our younger generation, they need that. They need that support, and it's all everybody needs that. Everyone
Right.
needs support. Everyone needs support, and when you see somebody without it, I want the younger generation to see that I'm gonna always support somebody without support. I'm
Right. Right.
not gonna act like I don't see you struggling. If you're struggling, I have struggled. I do struggle every single day. No matter what level I hit, I'm still struggling. So I want you
Right.
to know, even with your struggles, even with your baggage, you can still move forward and you can still advance and you can still do great things. There's always something we can be appreciative for. Find three things every 6 hours you can say, I'm grateful for. You know what I'm saying? Something like that is powerful to teach a youngster. Because
Okay.
even us as adults, bro, like we get caught up in the pessimistic thoughts that we got going on in our heads. Like nobody's thinking positive all day. Like catch yourself in the middle of lunch when today's like long, and just be like, man, I'm grateful for this job. Grateful I got something to eat. I'm grateful I got these shoes on my feet. I just bought these kicks. You know, they fresh. Even if my day bad, my kicks is nice. You know, just
Right.
those types of things, man. Like I want to push that to the younger generation so they can have a
Right.
better mind. Because the mind is what's gonna save you. Like it will save you, bro. Like whatever this
Okay.
body goes through is what it goes through. But your mind is all you got when it all kind of when we get to the end, is your mind, your spirit, your soul. That's it. So let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I work with I work in the mental health field. So yeah, you were correct. That's 100. I agree with everything you said, man. We have to just that positivity, man, because I come across some young brothers, some older brothers, like you said. Everybody needs just that guidance, that mentor, and just like you said, I sometimes I go to work hat on, chain, just and they like, man, like you argue with people, or like you used to have like fights in school, or like I'm
Hey,
like,
I'm a
yeah, I used to
person.
struggle, or yeah, like my life was not always great, or my life is still not always great. I still struggle. I still have to ask God for forgiveness. I still mess up, and they like, what? I'm like, man, you see me at work, for 2 hours, maybe or 4 hours a week. I was like, I still go home and I live a life. Like
Yeah.
I go home and I turn on the TV and watch football sometimes. I'm not a
Yep.
superhero.
Right.
I still have people that talk to me. I have mentors. So it's like they do think that we are superhuman, the mentors, the FCAs, the teachers, the counselors. They're like, oh, yeah, he's perfect. He goes home to like a mansion and food is already prepared when he gets home. No, I'm a human being,
Bro, I'm finna eat these ramen noodles tonight, bro. I'm finna eat these ramen noodles with them
happens.
eggs. I'm gonna chop them sausage up, them Earl Campbells. I be on them
Man.
Earl, boy. I be chopping them Earls up. And I might even go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, fully clothed. Ain't even gonna take my shoes off, bro.
So no, Solomon, you 100% right. Well, I'm still Jarrell Jones. You still Solomon. Like we're not superhuman.
Yeah, and with back to jump on both about what y'all saying, we got to get rid of this stinking thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this stinking thinking is gonna be the death of us.
Mm-hmm.
It mounts, man. It constantly keep mounting, and JJ, me having my time and still got my time in the mental health field. We was talking about it the other day. Man, it's a trip how like one problem can lead to another and one problem getting in, the next thing you know, you want to end it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Oh.
a lot of people want to, end something. They want a permanent solution for a little problem, like a temporary problem. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes of your day, you want to take your life completely because of 10 minutes? Man, like.
It builds. It constantly builds. And it works
Yeah.
the same way, the opposite. So these people, like you said, that's thinking, if you can take the conscious thoughts that you have and change them to a more positive mindset, like or just little basic positive things, you'll go the same direction if you consciously do that. Because when you focus on bad things, you get what you focus on, right? So whatever you're thinking about is gonna grow. Like it's like a plant. As you water it, and it's gonna grow and grow and grow. So if you don't water the bad stuff in your life, and you start to water the good stuff in your life, even if it's two things, if you water those two things all the time, they're going to grow, and then you can have that belief that, man, you know what? I think I could be a leader of the FCA. I don't know. I just feel like I could be that. So let me just go ahead and start acting like it and start getting around some people that are doing something like this. Or maybe, you know what? I think I could be a mental health counselor. Like, I think I'm going to start getting with the cats out here that's going to school, maybe link up with an advisor because I got a good vibe going. And then you catch yourself in that same type of wave. Like, you start going up versus going down. And I think we got to stop discrediting the fact that your thoughts mean something. And not only do your thoughts mean something, once you think it, once it come out your mouth, it's power. Like once it come out your mouth, it's literally you making it concrete now. Like that's the first time you really start to materialize things in your life is once you say it. So I think we need to start working on everybody, including myself. I'm talking to myself because this is something on my heart all the time now. Say things you want to see in your life. Speak things you want to see into your life. You know what I'm saying? Speak on that. Stop being closed mouth with it. Don't let it just be a thought. If you feel like you're the best at what you do, say it. Say that. Don't hold it. Why you holding it for? And if you feel like, man, you're not too good at this, don't say it. Don't say it. Keep it. Get better. Do some practice. Get with some people that's good at it and get better. And stop giving life to stuff that you don't want to see show up. Like you basically giving life to Frankenstein. Like now you got Frankenstein in your face. Now he over here punching you in your mouth, and you wonder why he like showed up. It's because you keep talking about it. You created him.
You can't.
It's like, man, come on, man. You the mad scientist behind all this. You the one that did that. Like, stop doing that.
He was your thoughts. He was your negativity. He was everything you had in you. And now how I'm going to defeat him? You know how you going to defeat him. Through positiveness. Through true dedication and work, through those things, man. And I say, man, and what's so crazy, man, it's just it is the world constantly promotes controversy. It promotes, so much negativity where that's the only thing almost on TV now. You know what I'm saying? It's drama, Man, I can't stand how us as black people is depicted on TV. I don't even watch it. I mean, I honestly don't.
They trying to make us fearful, bro. They trying to make us fearful. They trying to create a lot of just negative, like you said, negative emotions. They want us to be afraid of things. It's like the narrative. Whoever it is working together to make this stuff like mainstream media for us, they don't really have our best interests. I think people need to really think about that. Like they don't really have your best interests. Is every time somebody little like you is robbing somebody.
Yeah.
Like you may not even need to be watching this.
They want us to be fearful, and they want people to fear us. I mean, because you know, every time you see a young black brother, even if you wearing nice clothes, it doesn't matter. He's still what he is. You know, if you riding in the Mercedes, that's
Right.
still. I wonder what he did to get that car. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't he just work?
Whose car is he in?
Yeah. Cars, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's those things all the time, man. And Lord knows it, man. Fighting that narrative, Lord, we're gonna be fighting that narrative till it's time to go home and see King Jesus, man. But Lord, that narrative seems like it's going nowhere, man.
That power though, that power comes back though when you can rise above that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like you can rise above that narrative. You can create an impact that literally smacks that narrative in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, look at these 30 brothers standing upright and righteous, you know what I'm saying, married, they got kids, they're responsible, they doing great for the community, and we got these guys all in the same place, and they here giving you a message, or they here teaching the kids about financial literacy, or they here teaching these kids about the word of God. Different things like that is what we can do to show, like, there's power in what we got going on, you know what I'm saying, in our skin and in our bloodline. Like we say it all the time, bro. We descendants of slaves. Like you can't be no more powerful than that. But I think, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm saying it's power in numbers, and like Solomon said before we even start recording, it's like if we really got to stick together. I mean, for real, it's if like you just said, if it's 30 of us, if kids see 30 educated, or not even just educated, just men working in the community doing positive things, it kind of creates that new role model. Right now, the role model is I want to be a rapper. I want to be, and that's the only things they think they can do. Rappers, football, basketball. No, there's counselors, there's teachers, there's FCA leaders. So we need to, like you say, come together. We need to do events and just show these kids, expose these kids to other things. So
innovators, there's people that create things, there's people that's entrepreneurs, there's people that do real estate, and it's like, and another thing to that, extension to that, bro, is okay. Now we've done that for our people. Now my white brother, my Arabian brother, my Mexican brother, I want y'all to understand something. You ain't gotta be scared of this. You ain't gotta be scared of the collection of black people. You can be in the same room as us, and we can all build for one another. We just understand that we have some bandages, some wounds that we had to kind of fix within ourselves, because that right there will end up damaging you in the process. If we don't fix our problems, that's how we end up doing stuff that damages you. If we can fix us, then we can help you more. A rising tide lifts all boats. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we own that.
Over there with some spice, boy.
Man.
Man.
Hey, we own that, bro.
Woo.
Been on that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'd have had some of them quotes that y'all be putting up. Boy, look, hey, I'd have had to send them to some of my, because one of the things is I do like a Monday morning motivation type of thing, and so I'll get up before our meetings. At LCA meetings, I get up maybe about a couple hours early, and I send it out to all my athletes who have my number. You know what I'm saying? Like I send out either different stuff. If I know you're going through something, I send you something that we've talked about, or you know what I'm saying. And so what I want them to do, I want them to start the week off with the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many times, bro. And we got to get rid of this too. This as a people, not just as black people, but as a people, period. We got to get rid of how people look at Monday morning.
Oh yeah, that's so yeah. That's played out. That's played out,
bro. I'm so tired of how people look at Monday morning. Like I used to, you know what I'm saying? I told you I used to work in the school, man. You know, like Monday was my favorite day of the week. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, hey, you know, like ET, man. Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm coming to school like, man, hey, good morning. How y'all doing? Oh, I haven't had my coffee yet.
Right. Yeah, what's that got to do with me right now? I don't get why the energy is being.
But come Thursday, come Friday,
turn.
guess what today it is?
Guess what today?
It's a day. It's a day, bro. It's good. It's funny you brought that up because my kids said that. They said that today. Matter of fact, one of my kids was like, he listened to the podcast. Shout out to my, I can't say his name, but
Yeah.
man, he was like, Mister, you know, it's crazy coming in after the weekends, and man, you just have so much energy on Mondays. I was like, yeah, I got energy on Mondays. Like, what you expect? Like, I'm alive. I'm alive for Monday, bro. I could have been dead on Sunday. It's like I'm here with y'all. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be turned because I got a job. Like,
Hey,
Bless.
I walked in, I ain't had no pink slip.
man, I ain't got no pink slip. They ain't tell me to go ahead and, you know. So I think, yeah, you right, bro. You right.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like all that. They wasn't meeting me at the door with my box. It's
Man.
so much stuff, man. So that's why I attack Mondays and I try to spread that into them. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that it's, you know, impactful. You know, and I do that with a lot of people from my church as well too. Because man, like they said like suicide and anxiety. JJ know these numbers. They know these sayings. Suicide and anxiety rises like 30-40% come Monday morning. Because people hate Monday morning so much that they dread it.
Perception.
What? I can't wait to punch Monday in the mouth. I want to Monday on 1-2 and say, nah, but man, look. Sunday night, I got my mouthpiece in. Because, I'm finna wake up swinging on Monday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm finna attack it.
Yeah.
Most cats want to start trying to get energy towards Wednesday evening. Like, oh, man, okay. And then I always, and I heard this from one of y'all probably heard this. I forgot the guy's name. He said, man, he said, it irritates me that people are only living for the weekend. The weekend is only 2 days.
Yeah, the weekend is not long at all.
While you've wasted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and basically you've wasted, you know, some of Friday. You've wasted all the opportunities to be able to be impactful, to be able to be great, to be able to, you know, put a smile on somebody's face, to be some kind of positive, to be some kind of help to somebody. You've passed it up all week because you were so irritated that it wasn't Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday your rest day, because people start getting the attitude come Sunday night.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Oh man, it's a trip, bro. So you know, yeah.
we
tell you, most people waste their week. They waste the weekends too. All they do is party, drink. You know, so what are you doing on the weekends?
But you know what though? You know what it is? I think a lot of people that really hate the Mondays and they roll through the week and they're so upset, and then they get to the weekend, they want to live it up for that short amount of time. It's because maybe you're doing the wrong things. Like maybe your focuses are wrong. And I think we gotta try to switch our perspectives on everything, because I was actually talking to my librarian in my school who was having a short conversation about I was having a bad day that day, and I kind of came in there. To me, I don't necessarily vent to people, but sometimes I just listen to people to see how they're doing, and I may like kind of talk about, you know, something you struggling with, something I'm struggling with. Maybe we kind of find a sticking point and like work through it together. So we was doing that, and I was talking to her, man. I was like, you know what? I think sometimes the biggest problem in our problems is where we standing and looking at the problem. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, what I mean is like, if I hate my week, right? I hate my week. It's because I have no purpose in my week. Like my week is not filling me. It's not filling me up for whatever reason. Like I can act like, you know, my job is like, you know, it's paying me and I need this, or, you know, I'm a student, so I'm going to school and I'm making these grades because I want to be this. But like, have you really found purpose in what you're doing? Like for real, like to where every single day is a new day. Like, are you really feeling like you can grow every single day, whether that's Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday? Can you really grow? Because I think for me, I have like this thing where like even if the day isn't my best day, it's like I'm hungry for a new way to do better and grow more within my purpose, which is in servitude. Like my service heart is like, man, I could do more. I could do more. That's kind of where this podcast came from. That's why Solomon, today is what, Wednesday? We don't usually record on Wednesdays, bro. Like we recording on Wednesday because J.Jones said it would work best for Solomon to record on Wednesday. So then we end up recording on Wednesday because it works out. We got another podcast, what, in 2 days, J.Jones? But we're serving people though.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what we're doing. Like we're serving people and we're not gonna get tired because we're serving people. Once this thing go out in the airways, we got one person that's like, man, that helped me. Juice, bro. Juice, bro. We did what we supposed to do.
Win. I mean, like straight up.
And that's what we gotta do. We gotta keep finding those dubs. Like you gotta keep finding. Cause we athletes, bro. We used to winning. We used to competing. We used to going after, every single inch on that football field, or finding out how to get a basket. Get a bucket on the court. You know what I'm saying? Get that goal in, a soccer goal, whatever. Like when you're an athlete, you thinking about ways to get better at your craft. So you almost lose time. You don't know what day it is. You just know that once the game come, I gotta be ready. So once the game come, whatever our game is, we got to be ready. We got to be preparing for it. We got to be constantly finding a way to get better and better. And I think that's what it is, bro. We got to find that purpose. If you hating your week, you have no purpose because you in front of people that need you to have a purpose every single day. If you have a job or if you're responsible for something, there's people that's like relying on you to be purposeful when you show up. So you can't show up like it's Monday. You can't. You lost an hour. You lost an hour, bro, of instruction. You lost an hour of inspiration. You may have had a kid that was coming across your path that really needed you. You missed them because you was half asleep. You got coal in your eyes, and this kid just got beat down this morning. You know what I'm saying? They'd love to have heard something good from you, or at least felt your spirit, like good morning, son. Like they needed that, but you decided to be selfish enough to say, oh, well, this ain't really my purpose. I'm lost in the fact it's Monday, and now I'm gonna just.
I'm here for the paycheck.
I'm here for and that's crazy. The paycheck thing is crazy because you're really not getting paid that much. I don't care what you do.
Because man, when I tell you, when you really truly find purpose in what you doing, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't care how many hours I'm up there at that school.
It's nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's been weeks, man. I work 60-some hours and be just completely a bliss, bro, because just exuberantly happy because my kids knew that I was there for them. My coaches knew that I was there for them. Like, it's been times I sit to a 3-hour practice and then sit down and talk another hour with them. And, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's ridiculous because I say ridiculous in a good way because when people don't have their purpose and you have yours, and it's like we're on two different planets because I'll talk about how exciting something was, and then you'll talk from a low energy level. Like, oh man, how's your day? Oh man, my day was amazing. I did this. I sat down and talked to this athlete. I talked to this team. I had Bible study with this kid. I went to lunch with this kid. Man, I ended up going to dinner with this one because this one was having all these issues. So man, my day's been full. Man, how was your day? Yeah. It was okay. Oh, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
It's like vampires.
But that being your passion, like you just said, we was talking about full plates the other day. Mm-hmm. But that being your passion, you feeding yourself. So that food is energy. So you basically just every time you're doing something that you want to do, that you're passionate about, it's feeding yourself. And then you go home happy. And then you do your little self-care. When you get home, you like you say, you take all that off and you chill. You chill. That's your self-care at the end of the day. So you fed yourself all day, then you go home and self-care for yourself. So at the end of the day, you killing it.
And you know what, Jay? I didn't understand how important self-care was until we got older because, we used to just run ourselves into the ground. We all knew how to run. You know, we just gonna run ourselves into the ground. Until I got older, and somebody said, "Baby, you need to learn how to sit down somewhere."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, of course, you thinking like, "Oh yeah, I know how to sit." Now, like when it's time to sit down, like you need to know when it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? And what's so crazy about it is like towards the end of the semester, you know, I was, you know, I'm going so hard, but some of my athletes can see that, man, he a little wore out. You know what I'm saying?
He running down.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was actually having a little talk with one of my little sisters. You know, I call them my little brothers and sisters. So I was talking to one of my little sisters on the basketball team the other day, and I was like, she basically told me, she's like, "Big bro, can't be running yourself into the ground next year. You got to find time for you." She's like, "We know that you love us. You don't have to be at every single practice, at everything that we do." This is a kid.
That's real.
19-year-old kid, right?
They can feel it though. They feel it. They feel that energy. They feel when you zapping yourself or your energy from running yourself down. You that pencil down to the bottom of the middle on the eraser. You know they feel it. It's like they're not getting the same energy. It's like, man,
Right.
he working too hard. But that recharge is important though, especially for a grinder. Recharge is important. I was thinking about this earlier today, bro, and then we kind of roll in like they say sometimes we as workers, right? We work, and there's a difference between building motion sickness and building momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like you got two different circles going. So you got a motion sickness, which is like you going in circles. So you working, but you going in circles. You may need more help. You may be doing the wrong thing. You may be just doing something. Like sometimes you just love what you're doing so much, you just start doing stuff. Like you just be doing stuff. Like everybody be like, "What you doing?" Like you just move it. You like, "Man, I love what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it." But then when you got that momentum, it's like you can do less and do more. So then, but it's hard to catch that momentum when you tired though, cause you can't think. Your mind be you know what I'm saying, discombobulated. You need rest. You can't even see straight. Your breath stink. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to sleep. Like people like, you good? Like, it's you gotta take that break, get yourself fresh, you know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning on time, feel good, get your coffee or whatever you do, get your breakfast, come back at it, and now you better for everybody. Like now you ready to rock and roll and you build a momentum with people, and it's hard to do that when you just you burnt out, bro. People could tell.
Yeah, and of course, the more you're around them, the more they understand you.
Mm-hmm.
It's been times this semester, man, where sure I took off from all jobs and just sat at the house. But I communicate with my captains on my teams. Hey,
I'm out.
I ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and most of them be like, "Bro, you hear, like, bro, you hear
Good.
all the time." Bro, like when people call me, they 9 times out of 10, bro, I'm at the school. Like they hearing something. They hear me in some practice. They hear me at some game. They hear me at something. It's like, bro, like it's okay. Like, and bro, when this 19-year-old baby told me this, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you knew.
Oh yeah, I knew it. So I know like this, the semester's about to end. Like tomorrow's basically the last day of school. So, May is
already.
Well, we didn't have a spring break.
Oh, y'all rolled straight into it. Then y'all rolled.
Yeah,
Okay.
The only break that we had was the snow, the blizzard. That was it. If it wasn't that, we would have just been chugging straight through. And hey, we done, right? We done now. Graduations is on Friday and Saturday, and we
out of there.
For a full month. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, May finna be so lovely, dog, because I'm gonna really get to recuperate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For June and July.
Take that hiatus, bro. Go missing. Go off the grid. Go chill with the fam. You know what I'm saying? Them be the times when you get back to the core of who you are, so you can give more to who you serving, man. Real talk. Man.
I mean, really, all that month is gonna be. I'm gonna do some grinding, some for FCA. Some fundraising, some you know, talking to some folks, trying to get some support. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of that time, bro, I'm
Taking care of Solomon.
bro. I'm finna be.
I'm gonna get me a video game. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to treat myself with a video game. I said I'm gonna buy Mama Apple Watch. I'm finna get my video game, get my little gamer network set up. I'm gonna start gaming again, bro.
I got my little PS4. I play Madden every at least one game on Saturday. Just one game of Madden.
Man, you know, and that's probably something I just need to do. Just play the game just a little bit.
Kind of zone out a little bit. Kind of like a virtual world almost.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know how we get when we want to compete. You know, it takes us everywhere. So
yeah.
That's probably something, man. Because boy, I tell you, ain't nothing just like getting away up here just to.
Release.
It's nothing like it, man. So
no doubt. But man, we've been on this thing for a little bit though, brother. And I gotta go pick up my daughter, man.
I'm about to say you gotta go, huh?
Yeah, I always gotta go. I gotta make sure I don't get fired.
Can't get fired from your daddy job.
Can't get fired on my Can't get fired from my daddy job. It ain't my day off. But man, Solomon, you been tapped in with us, brother. We appreciate you, brother, for real.
Man, bro, I'm honored to be on here. Man, hopefully I can come back on here. You know, something else rolling, man. But man, I appreciate JJ, man, for just thinking about me to even be on here, man. Because hey, man, I you know, I don't even think about what I do, man. I just do it, you know, just about, you know, for my kids, for my, you know, coaches and stuff like that. But man, for somebody to be, you know, still keeping up with me, you know, and all that stuff, man, that's love, man. That's you can't hide stuff, you can't fake. You know, so man, I appreciate my brother, man.
Yeah, JJ's that white hot space of love. That's what JJ is. That's why everybody always stay connected to him. Hey, real talk. I ain't playing with you, bro. He connected. He watching you. But man, J.Jones, it's been real, brother. We'll go ahead and get up out of here. And it's another one. All right, so
Come on. Yeah, that light, you're like, it's like the light came on.
Mentally, you gotta be able to say, I can get myself out of any hole.